y'all? It's Lexxii. Welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, I'm coming with y'all reaction video. And in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Heyparis', I think it's called My Psychic Classmate Did This to Her Bully. I'm going to be reacting to that video. And with Heyparis, girl, if you're watching this, you are one of my all-time favorite creators. I think your husband Cameron is fine as hell. And congratulations on your little bundle of joy, baby Cookie. I cannot wait to see pictures of her. Yet to hear the name that y'all picked for her. Like, you doing a damn thing. Like, sis, keep up the good work. I hope one day to travel to Toronto, Canada just to meet you. Like, you are awesome. I love your Jamaican accent. Like, it's just so cute. You and Cameron. I just love it. I just love that Caribbean accent. Like, y'all are awesome people. Keep up the good work. I bet y'all are bomb-ass parents. Keep up the good work. I hope to meet you one day. So, oh, by the way, you are stylish as hell. Like, I love the way you dress. Like, and you're very smart, too. You give dope advice. Like, you're funny. You are serious at times. Like, I love it. Keep up the good work, sis. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And y'all know how I do a reaction video, so I'm going to pause in between to get my insight on things.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Heyparis here, and I don't know if I'm sweating or glowing. I'm not completely sure, to be honest with you. And as you can see by the title of this video, this is a topic, this is a situation, this is a story that I have been avoiding for the last 5 years. If you are an OG subscriber, you know that the first time that I mentioned this girl, mentioned this situation, mentioned this weirdness was literally 5 or 6 years ago, and I've been avoiding it ever since then because the first time that I talked about her and the situation, weird stuff was happening during the video. I don't know what the video is called. It's somewhere on my page from like 5-6 years ago, but like lights were flickering, my back, like it was crazy, and I didn't feel comfortable talking about it because I felt like, anyways, either way, today I'm going to be telling you about one situation that happened with her, and I've only told you guys literally like 0.1% of the things that have happened with her. So this is a story that is not, this is not even the worst thing that happened that has to do with this psychic girl. Okay, so like I said, I told you guys like 0.1% of the things that have happened with her while I went to school with her. And can I just break this down for you guys really quickly? I know the title of this video.
Can we get into her look? Like, sis looks bomb as hell. Like I said, like her wardrobes be bomb as hell. Like, it's very much around the house / sexy. Like, she gonna get up in a few minutes and stuff. You're gonna see her whole outfit. Like, she looks bomb. I especially love her hair in this video. Like, I just love the color. It complements her outfit so well.
Video says psychic girl or psychic classmate. I'm not sure what I'm going to title it, but I know the word psychic is somewhere in there. And I know in past videos I have labeled her as a psychic, but if you guys don't know, I have a membership, okay? And on my membership, I talk like directly with my members. I DM them, we have conversations, whatever. So I was on a video call with one of my members, and she just asked me to explain this situation to her. And when I explained the situation, which is what I'm about to tell you guys right now, she opened my eyes to something. She is not psychic. Bitch, she is a witch or something. Like, black magic is 100% involved in these situations. She is not a normal person. She's not a normal girl. She's just not. And I feel like the reason why, let's get into this. Let me get comfortable, okay? I feel like the reason why I always labeled her as a psychic or felt as though she was psychic is because of this one situation. And this has nothing to do with the actual story that I'm going to tell you. This is like a mini story time on the side for you guys, okay? But before we start, I ask that the Lord watches over me and I do not accept any negative energy, none whatsoever. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus, okay? I'm rejecting all negative energy from telling these stories. I'm saying it right now. The reason why it took me so long to even do this video is because after I did the last video about her, one of my family members got COVID. And I don't know if it was a coincidence. I'm very like superstitious. So I felt like if anything bad happens after I upload this video, it has to do with her. That's how I felt. That's still how I feel, to be honest with you, because the situation and the circumstances around that is very odd. But like I said, I rebuke it in the name of the Lord, okay? Y'all pray for me. The reason why I labeled her a psychic is because of this one situation. And like I said, this has nothing to do with the actual video that I'm going to tell you guys. This is just a side story time. So basically, as you guys know, I wasn't the most popular in my school. Not popular at all, to be completely honest. But
I feel you on that, sis, because I wasn't popular in school either. Like, I understand that.
Y'all realize that the people who weren't popular are the ones that are popping now? Y'all realize that yet?
Yep.
I'm just wondering. But anywho, one day I was in the washroom of my school. I didn't really talk to this girl. I minded my business regardless. I feel like every video I talk about, I say I'm on my business. But anyways, I was minding my business. I take a little pee, you know what I mean? I was just trying to do a little tinkle winkle or whatever. And she was in the washroom and she looked very not distressed, but you could just tell that she was sad or she had been crying or something had happened. And although back then, especially back then, I was not the type of person to be like, oh my God, are you okay? There's just something that made me speak to her and say something. So I remember saying are you okay? Are you right? Something along those lines. And she looked at me and she said nothing. I was like, are you okay? And she just looked at me it didn't say anything. I don't know what am I supposed to do now? I'm not really sure.
I feel like the reason why she had looked at Paris like that, in my honest opinion, is, with the psychic girl, if you're subscribed to Heyparis' channel, you've been subscribed to her for a while. I'm going to link her channel down below. Tell her Alexiana Monet sent you. But anyways, you've been subscribed to Paris for a while and stuff like that. She has told stories about the psychic girl in the past and how people constantly bullied her and stuff like that. And I feel like, in my honest opinion, when Paris had came and talked to her, it kind of caught her off guard. She probably thought, she was another bully trying to pick on her and stuff like that. So I feel like that's why she gave Paris that look. Or it could be one of these, people, they feel, or it could be like this, she was upset, and some people, they rather be quiet than to say the wrong thing when they're upset. So I feel like that's another reason why she gave Paris that look, because she was upset and she didn't want to hurt Paris's feelings, because Paris didn't do anything to her. So those are two scenarios. Either she didn't want to say anything because she didn't want to hurt Paris's feelings, or she's been bullied so much to the point that when someone nice is coming up to her trying to talk to her and stuff like that, it'll pretty much catch her off guard and freak her out because she doesn't know if they're genuinely a good person or they're trying to pick on her.
So I took a little tingle winkle, and when I came out of the bathroom stall now, she started talking to me. And she talks really low and soft, so you have to really listen and open your ears to hear what she was saying. But she said listen to this freaky. She said something along the lines of you're gonna make a lot of people happy. You're funnier than you think. As long as you continue being yourself, good things will continue to happen. It's like she was giving me a little reading in the washroom. You get what I'm saying? And I can't remember word for word what she said, but all I know is what she said to me in that washroom connects to what's going on in my life now. My YouTube channel, my subscribers, the emails I get from you guys, it just connected. So back when I made my
and also I want to say this too. The fact that Paris had said what the psychic girl said to her and stuff like that, I feel like, with her being quote unquote the psychic girl, I also feel like, while Paris was in the stall and so I feel like, she could feel her energy and feel, she was a good person and she wasn't like the rest. And she felt her energy and, pretty much saw into her future and pretty much realized, how far she's going to go in life. And in a way, she was right. Look at Paris now, successful YouTuber / wife / mother. In a way, the psychic girl predicted your future, in a way, gifted you in a way for being nice to her.
First story time about her, or the first time I even mentioned her, that's why I called her psychic, because I was I remember what she said in that bathroom, and everything that she said is what is happening, which is kind of weird, kind of scary, and to me, it's psychic. You're a psychic, bitch, you a psychic. That's how I felt. But, like I said, after telling this story to one of my members and talking to her on FaceTime, we both came to the conclusion that, bitch, this is black magic. It's black magic. So I'm going to tell you guys one situation, and again, like I said, it is not the biggest situation that happened with her. I just feel like there are certain things that if I say, bad things may happen. And I don't want to go through that again. That's just the truth. So I'm just going to tell you a little inky dinky.
You're not familiar with what she's talking about. Like I had said, she did make a video a long while back about the psychic girl. Well, try to at least and whatnot. And bad stuff started to happen. So that's why, she kind of told little snippets and stuff like that. But yeah, like she did try to make a video about the psychic girl, but bad things started happening, stuff like that. So she did tell like little snippets of it and stuff like that on a video like 5 or 6 years ago and stuff like that. But I can understand why, because you know, with her being a quote unquote psychic girl and practicing black magic and stuff like that, you know, you don't want bad things to happen to her and stuff like that. So I can understand that.
Winky one, okay? Since a lot of y'all keep asking me to do it. Okay, so there's this guy in my math class who barely went to class, to be honest. I probably saw him like, then again, maybe it was me. Maybe I didn't go to class. I can't be blaming it on him. I wasn't going to class all the time, so I don't know. Maybe he was there and I wasn't. But this guy in my math class, he was very like bossy, he was a show off. Like, he would literally to school, even though it was against dress code, with like a bunch of chains on his neck, iced out watch, the newest Jordans. He was probably one of the only guys in the school that actually drove a car, and he wasn't quiet about it. He wasn't humble about it. He was very like in your face. Like if he were to get into an argument with a teacher, for instance.
Oh my God, I hate people like that. Like motherfuckers that live to impress people. Like, bro, just be yourself. Like, do y'all realize that the people that be flexing and stuff like that be the brokest motherfuckers alive? Like, you steady trying to impress people rather than just being yourself. Like with me, I'm not the richest person alive and I'm not the poorest person alive. I'm just myself. I don't live to impress people, and that's just that.
I remember him getting in an argument with our math teacher and him literally being like to a grown-ass man who's like 65 years old, and at the time you're probably what, 17? I remember him saying to the teacher, I make more money than you, shut up and sit down. Like, he was just ignorant. He was just disgustingly ignorant, show off, not humble, not grateful, like everything you hate in your favorite rapper. That's the only way I can put it. Like, everything you hate about your favorite rapper was this guy. He always had a bunch of rings on.
And plus, I just want to say this to my high school students that are watching this. I just want to say this. High school is nothing, because once you graduate, you're going to go through life and it's not going to matter. These motherfuckers that be flexing on y'all and stuff, make it seem like they got this, that, and the third. Like I had said, them be the brokest motherfuckers alive. That's their parents' money that they flexing. Let them graduate from high school, move out on their own and fend for themselves, and see if they do all that flexing then. They won't.
Like I said, necklaces just decked out in the newest shit, the newest phone, the newest MP3 player, because that's what we were listening to back then. Always had music playing on his phone while he walked down the hallways. Even though teachers would tell him to turn it off, he would still just turn it up to like cancel out the teacher's voice. Always in trouble, just like a mess of a child, okay? But that's what we knew him for. We knew him to be the guy who is just an ignorant asshole. That's the only way we could put it. But on top of him being an ignorant asshole, he was also a bully, specifically to the psychic girl. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people bullied her, like little underlining remarks or calling her weird.
By the way, I just want to say this, Paris, if you're watching this video, like, I'm curious to know, that any girls bully her too, because it seems like the common denominator here are guys. Like, I remember you had said in your video like 5 or 6 years ago, like the guys used to pick on her and stuff like that. Like, whenever you get the courage to post like the full story about her, I'm curious, did girls bully her too? Because it just seems like the common denominator here are guys. I'm just saying.
Weird, creepy, whatever the case may be, but he like dug deep. Whenever he had to say something to her or about her to hurt her feelings or to make her feel less than, he would do so from the other side of the school. I'm talking about he's on this side of the hall and he sees her all the way down there, and the only reason why it's so obvious that it's her is because I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, but she used to sometimes have like colorful dreads that were really long. Like, you could just tell it's her. She had a very unique style, a very unique personality. Like, she did her makeup uniquely. I ain't saying nothing negative, so you know what I'm saying? But you could just tell it was her from a mile away. Whenever he wanted to like disrespect her, he would do it from the other side of the school. He'd be like, oh, your hair's green now, freak? Hey, yo, freak! Like, from so far, so everybody in the hallway would know that he's talking about her, and then people would be giggling, people would be laughing, people would be pointing, and this was I saw saw her, it was almost as if he was like stalking her. Because every time I saw her, I heard him. It's like, nigga, leave her alone. It's giving in love. It's giving like you actually really like her. Because why would you spend this much time and this much energy on somebody you don't like? That's how I feel personally. Anytime I saw her, I heard him. It's weird. Fast forward to one day where he basically took it way too far. Like, I don't care who you are.
And that is such a true saying. They say, like, the guys that pick on the girls or the girls that pick on the guys, it gets very much you like them and you don't have the courage to tell them, so you rather make their life a living hell. Like, that all is true, because even though this was back then, even though, like, when I was in high school, I wasn't out the closet and stuff like that, like, girls did me like that. Like, well, some girls did me like that. Like, why in the world and stuff like that would you make somebody's life a living hell and stuff like that if you didn't like them? Like, come on now. Like, what this boy did to the psychic girl, like, some girls, they did me like that in high school. I'm just saying. Like, it's getting very much in love. Like, you really like the person, but you don't have the balls to tell them, so you rather make their life a living hell.
How much money you make, what kind of car you drive, like, nobody has the right to do what he did. So I remember this day, she had pink and orange dreads, really, really long, like, long dreads. And I guess as a joke or, like, to make fun of her or to embarrass her, whatever the case may be, he literally took one of her dreads and pulled them all the way out. They were extensions, they weren't her real hair. So, like, I guess he pulled hard enough for the dread to slip out of her hair. And mind you, they're long, like, these dreads are long. Not only long, but like thick, like probably like that big. So pretend this is the dread. When he pulled the dread off, he started doing this with the dread. I don't remember what he was saying. I don't remember if he was rapping or singing. It was some ignorant shit. After he did this, somehow the attention gets brought to me. Let me explain.
In this runoff election, our rights are on the ballot. Herschel Walker wants to ban abortion nationwide with no exceptions.
There'll have no exception in my mind. No exception.
Raphael Warner will protect the woman's right to choose. Vote by Tuesday, December 6th.
I have a video on my channel called The Whole School Wanted to Fight Me, okay? This was after that fight. And if you guys don't know, after that whole entire situation, everyone in the school called me and my friend a snitch. We were snitches, okay? Snitches. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go find the video on my page. It's called The Whole School Wanted to Fight Me. It's a story time from way back when. It's a really old story time, but if you haven't watched it, go watch it. So the attention gets brought to me because I'm in his eye view and he's just an asshole. And he goes with her dread in his hand. Hey, rats. What's going on, rats? Why are you such a rat? Insinuating that I'm a snitch, okay? It's a long story. Just go watch the story time, you'll get it. And of course, I didn't say.
Yeah, I told y'all, like, did y'all see her dress? Like, it's very much around the house casual / sexy. Like, I love it. Paris, if you watching this video, where the hell did you get that dress from? Because I want it.
Anything, because bitch, I'm shy and I don't want no problems with nobody. What? I remember closing my locker and walking away because I was like, I don't want the attention on me, and people are looking and people are watching, people are laughing. I don't want anything to do with this. As I'm walking away to go to my class, I hear people like, not screaming, but like, like that kind of reaction. So I turn around and I see that homegirl, the psychic girl, has one of his chains in her hand as if she like snatched his chain off. She was like, bitch, you want to snatch my dress? I'm going to take this chain. Like, she really, like, just took it. I held my books in my hand like this. I had not turned around. I was just watching. I was like, I ain't going to class yet. I didn't even care if I'm a snitch and y'all looking at me, y'all laughing. I don't give a damn. You go, girl. Take that damn chain. That's how I feel. Take the damn chain. Take all of them, matter of fact. Every single, she had like 5 chains on it. Take all 5 of them chains off. I was rooting for her. We were all rooting for her. How dare you? But she took one of his chains, and this is where she gets weird. I'm not going to repeat what she said. I'm not going to repeat what she said. I don't even know what she said. But she had his chain in her hand. She said something, broke off a smaller piece of the chain, which to me equals that, nigga, that wasn't even real. That wasn't even real gold, bitch. You're trying to stun on people. You're trying to stun on motherfuckers. And you rock your fake gold. Do better. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Okay? But she ripped a smaller piece of the chain off. She said something like literally gibberish.
Relates back to what I said, how motherfuckers be flexing and they be the brokest motherfuckers alive. You flexing on motherfuckers like you got real gold and stuff, wearing a real gold chain, but when homegirl snatched it off and broke it, it broke too easily. Like, real gold doesn't break. Like, I'm just saying.
Didn't make sense. I don't know, guys. And this is why we're saying it's black magic. She ripped it off and threw the bigger piece at his face and walked off and was like throwing the chain in her hand like this while saying something and walked off, like just into the distance. He was calling her to all types of bitch, all types of ugly, all types of this and all types of that. She just kept walking and she was just, I wish I could show you guys. She was just like this. Like, it didn't make sense. What she was saying didn't make any sense at all. And then she left while he's cussing her. As days go by, this man starts to like literally lose everything. His brand new shoes that he bought. I remember he bought like I think they're called bathing apes. I don't remember what they're called. Some new shoe that nobody had. He was wearing them, and word around school, I didn't see this myself, but word around school was that the sole of the shoe like came off, like it slid off while he was just randomly walking. He wasn't running. He wasn't playing basketball. He was just walking, and like the sole of the shoe slid off, and everyone was talking about it because they were making fun of him, laughing at him because he's an asshole. And that better not be her at the door. That better not be her at the door. Y'all pray for me. Oh my God. Wrong house. But it was literally a lady. I'm sorry, I have to put my phone down. It was just now. Who's at the door? It was literally a lady with dreads running away. And as I opened the door to look who it was, she said wrong house. Am I tripping? I think I'm thinking too deep within it. Maybe it really was just the wrong house. And that's it. Okay, that's what we're gonna stick with because I refuse to believe. It was a little bit scary, but she seemed nice. She just said wrong. So I'm good. I feel okay. But that's just weird. It's just, anyways, let's get straight back into it. Let me catch my breath really quick. So everyone was just making fun of him because like the sole of his shoe slid off. People were talking about how
Paris, I don't want to freak you out, honey, but could that have possibly been the psychic girl in this day and age? I don't know. I'm just saying.
his gold chains are like rusted now, and I don't know if that has anything to do with her. I personally believe and thought from the beginning, from the time I saw his chains, that them's is fake. Them's is fake. Okay, I didn't even hesitate to believe. Okay, but they're talking about how his chains are rusting and his neck's turning green. He just started to be the laughing stock of the school. When I say the laughing stock of the school, like everybody was clowning this guy for having fake jewelry. They said that his shoes were fake. That's why the sole slid off. He stopped driving to school. He started taking a bus like everybody else. So people were clowning him for that. Like you used to pull up in the school and be like, "Oh, you broke bitches, you broke niggas. Like, look at me, I'm in my BMW. Now you on the bus with the rest of us. Now you on the bus with the rest of us. Now you on the bus with the rest of us." It was just like everything that he tried so hard to be was slipping away at his fingers. And people were talking about it. And people were clowning him. And people would be like, "Where your chains at?" Because he stopped wearing his chains, but his neck was still green. But the neck was still green. It was still giving greenery. You know, I used to make fun of him too, but like under my breath because I didn't want him to, do anything and say nothing to me because I was the school snitch. But he turned into everyone's victim. And it's the fact that I saw him and his neck was actually green. Like, you know how they say your neck turns green when you wear fake gold? It was a different type of green. Like, his neck was not only green, but it was bumpy. It was like boils. Like, it was gross. It was nasty. Like, seeing his neck was disgusting. And he had short hair, so it's not like he could cover it up or anything. He just came to school with, like, the nastiest skin condition plus green on his neck. But that's not where it ends. The reason why I'm telling you this story out of all the stories that I have about her is because, one, I don't think it's something that's like that serious to the point where like something actually might happen to me and something bad might happen and like I'll regret posting it. It barely has anything to do with me, and I feel like he deserved that 100%. He was a bad person. He was a bad guy. He was rude. He was a bully. And what happens next? I mean, shit, this is where...
Also, I want to throw this in there. Okay, like she had said like a couple minutes earlier on in the video, like how he was bullying the psychic girl, like how he pulled out her dread and did that, and she had snatched his chain and stuff like that and was saying that mumbly jumbly stuff. I also feel like the psychic girl, in my humble opinion, she didn't do that not only for herself, but she also did that for Paris too. Because keep in mind, like Paris was the only one that was really nice to her and stuff like that. And I feel like she did that not only for herself, but for Paris. Because keep in mind, she did say, like, while Paris was walking by, Paris had said herself, like, while she herself was walking by, so like that, he was like, hey, Rat, what's going on, Rat? Why are you such a rat? And I guess she felt like, oh, shit, my nigga, you messing with me, you messing with my homegirl, so let me get you back. And she just did that with the chain. That's my honest opinion. Like, she did that not only for herself, the psychic girl, she did that not only for herself, but for Paris, too.
The black magic comes in for real. I feel like it's black magic because after that situation, everything that happened, his neck turning green, his shoe falling apart, him not having a car anymore, him basically going broke, the fact that she was throwing it up and saying that mumbly jumbly and then all that happens after, to me, that's black magic point blank period. But the reason why I'm saying this, oh my God. I don't know why my light just turned off. Stop. Stop. I'm not doing this again with y'all. Okay, I think it just slipped out. I think the back of it just slipped out. The reason why I'm telling you guys this to begin with is because not recently, but like for the past, when did I leave Scarborough? If you guys don't know, I don't live in Scarborough anymore. I left Scarborough like 2 years ago. But like for the past 4 years before I moved out of Scarborough, at the area, I'm going to tell you the guys the area. You guys might bump into it. I don't even care. I'm going to tell you guys everything. At the area of Morningside in Kingston Road in Scarborough, Ontario, Canada, that same guy who used to bully her, who used to antagonize her, who used to harass her, who she eventually did black magic on. I don't know what the black magic was. I don't know how long she did it for. But bitch, she's begging for money on the side of the road at Morningside in Kingston. I kid you not. I swear to God. I swear to God, the Lord up above. I swear to God. Literally, he is a panhandler. Literally, dirty clothes. Literally broke. Can you imagine? And this is years later. Years after she did her black magic spell on that nigga. He is homeless, asking for change. I'm dead serious. I feel like I need a whisper. Oh my God. So my conclusion is she put like a money curse on him. Some kind of money curse, some kind of like go broke for life curse. Like he's down bad. He's down bad. I remember I was in the drive-thru at the McDonald's at Morningside in Kingston, and he scared the shit out of me coming to the side of the window asking for change. My window was already down, so I couldn't just wind it up and ignore him. So when he came and asked me for change, I had a $20, a $2 coin, and I put it in his hand so he could leave me alone. And he looked me in my eyes, and he asked me, did we go to the same high school? And I looked at him, and I was like, nigga, I know you. You used to bully me. You used to bully everybody, and their sisters and grandmothers. And now you asking me for change. It's a damn shame. It's a shame. Anyways, guys, that's how the cookie crumbles. That's why you should always be nice to people, regardless of what they can give you or regardless of what they cannot, okay? Just be a good person, and God will bless you. Who God blesses, no man can curse. Remember that. But I truly believe that at the end of the day, it was black magic. Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comment section down below, or leave a comment down below and let me know if you know anything about black magic, what you think she might have done. Are there certain like spells or something like that that they like? I don't know nothing about black magic. It's my subscriber, my member, who like put me on to this black magic conundrum, this theory, this conspiracy. I don't know what it is. All I know is she threw the chain up in the air, she said a few words, and the nigga broke. He broke. So let me know in the comment section down below if you have any extra information that may help me in figuring out what really happened, what really went on during those days. Anyways, guys, make sure you follow me. No, I don't use Snapchat. I use Twitter, but I'm not accepted. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Both of them are going to be in the description box down below for your convenience. But leave a comment down below and let me know what you think it is, because it's black magic to me, honestly. Because what are the odds? What are the odds that you go from a gloating ass, show off ass, bitch ass, boastful ass nigga to homeless after a girl throws your chain up? Yes. It sounds pretty black magic-y to me. That's all I'm saying. Love you guys so much. So I'm going to tell you twice. I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.
Alright, y'all, and that's the end of the video. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to link all my social media accounts in the description box down below, as well as certain them on the screen. So feel free to add or follow me on those. Also, don't forget to turn on post notifications, because if you don't, what's the point? And before I go, I just want to say this. Like she has said, that's why you should always be nice to people. And I honestly believe that golden rule, treat others the way you want to be treated, is the most truest saying if I've ever heard one. Like, that is the most truest saying ever, because I'm a firm believer in karma, and once karma comes back, it comes back hard. Karma is a bigger bitch than Katrina. Katrina ruined the whole state. Karma will ruin your whole motherfucking life. I'm a firm believer in that. So, yeah, that just about concludes this video. Peace.